Getting more money by not working. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heiser here and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from the Brisbane Times discussing, well, the age-old story of it's easier and cheaper and you make more money by not working than by actually working, and how businesses are struggling to find staff at the moment. We hear constantly of the unemployment rate going up, but there's one article after another of businesses just being unable to find staff because there's less incentive. Because frankly, if you can make more money by not working, you'd be stupid to make less by working. That's just how it is, guys. So let's have a look at this. And this was sent to me by a viewer. Thank you very much. I get more money, or I get more by not working. Brisbane business desperate for staff, but no takers. A Brisbane business is searching for at least 15 new staff. 15. But potential employees have told her, I can just get more money by not working. 15 new staff, so that's a lot of growth. Karen Edbroke, owner of Brisbane bra and swimwear store Big Girls Don't Cry Anymore, in the northern suburb of Virginia, said the federal government's JobSeeker and JobKeeper payments had demotivated applicants, meaning her business couldn't keep up with stock and orders, leading to customers abusing her staff. There you go. We started 4 weeks ago with social media advertising. Then we did further online advertising last week. It's been a 4-week process, but we're not getting anybody, she said. 4 weeks, guys. A month of advertising. And social media is an acceptable form of advertising for jobs, particularly for jobs like this. A low-skilled position. If you want to get someone who's just sitting at home on Facebook, you advertise on Facebook or LinkedIn. 10 people have just not shown up for interviews. There you go. Look at that. Those people who are showing up for interviews are not bringing their resumes because they don't want a job. They're not bringing their resumes because they don't want a job. That just shows you right there that the people don't even want to work. Maybe they're just doing it to tick a box. To tick a box. This is their work. Getting job interviews. We could just hire them, but they may not show up at the job at all. Yeah, well, you want someone who's at least going to put the effort in to put a resume in. Because if they don't, they could be a troublemaker. And remember, every time you hire someone, as a business, you are taking on a liability. There is a risk that that person could cause issues in your business. They could start bullying other businesses, and then you would be legally liable for not providing a safe workplace. They could sexually harass other staff. That's another potential risk for you. They could claim unfair dismissal and drag you through a protracted legal process that's so onerous that some people just pay them off. Here's the thing. There's a lot of having a job. Having a job is a privilege. Okay? It is a privilege. This lady is taking on all the risk, all the liability. Sure, she can get rewarded from it if it works out, but she's taking on the risk, reliability, and responsibility. So these people who are talking about a guaranteed job, I don't know what the hell they're coming up with. Maybe they've never hired someone. We do have guaranteed jobs, guys. Yeah, it's called going on JobKeeper or JobSeeker. And then, ticking the boxes that you made that many job applicants. That's a guaranteed job right there. It's social welfare. It's an emergency system in place to keep people out of destitution. That's what it's there for. And some people will abuse it. That's always going to happen. That's never going to disappear. We have minimum wages, so some people won't even have the skills able to enter the job market. So you're going to have a level of unemployment and a level of people that require that. If you want to get rid of that, you need to reduce the minimum wage to allow people to negotiate their own conditions. But I doubt there's the political will in that. I remember years ago, I went to a meeting, I think a libertarian group there, and I was saying, why don't we address this? Is this something that you're, because I'd never been to one before. I said, why isn't the minimum wage getting addressed? Because it's creating unemployment. They all looked at me shocked. So there you go. I don't think there's a political will to address that. The attitude is, I'll get out of here soon, and that's one less job to apply for to get my benefits. What do you think? You think she's right there, guys? And, the comments will be flooded. Oh, it's probably a terrible boss. The working conditions are bad. Yada, yada, wah. I mean, come on. A job is a job. It's tough sometimes. It's boring sometimes. It sucks. I mean, this is packing stuff. It's not going to be a fun job. If you want to get a better job than this, it's up to you to educate yourself one way or another. Okay? You can't always play the victim, guys. It's just too prevalent. Too prevalent these days. Was it prevalent in the past? I don't think so. A couple of people have asked how many hours they have to do. You get a response, oh, when we tell them. One person even said, I can just get more money by not working. Her family has come in to try to help meet demand, but her business was still struggling to keep up, which she described as heartbreaking. We try to supply a lot of essential workers with bras. Nurses are changing their scrubs, but they're not changing bras, and a lot of people are isolating at home, and they need leisure bras, she said. But we've got 100,000 in stock sitting here because we don't have anyone to deliver it. We're taking 3 to 5 days to respond to emails rather than our usual couple of hours. Chamber of Commerce and Industry Queensland Senior Industrial Relations Specialist Michael O'Brien said the issue was typical of the pandemic. It's mostly in the retail and service industries, and we found it's mostly to do with the younger cohort, he said. Especially with those junior roles. They're usually the ones who get less hours, and they're a job seeker or job keeper for another company. The case is symptomatic of the system, but having 10 people not showing up for interviews is extreme. Well, yes, it is. We've seen 1, 2 or 3 not show up, but not 10. I mean, I don't think I've ever had anyone not show up for an interview. I've had people show up late. I've had people... No, I don't think we've ever had anyone not show up. Maybe we did, and I can't remember. I tend to... We got to the point where we went through so many people, you'd know within a week or two if they were any good. And we got hardened over time, where you just let them go. Some of them probably weren't ready for a professional job. Someone didn't take it serious enough. Some of them were more interested in their university. Some of them probably had, and this isn't for an architectural position, drafting, working on projects. Some of them probably had too privileged an upbringing. Either their parents were quite wealthy and spoiled them rotten, so they didn't know what hard work was, or their parents were, hardcore unionists, so they didn't know what hard work was. Or their expectations of the extra incentive to work that little bit more in a profession that isn't there in a simple job. Mr. O'Brien said people seeking work should focus on looking now, and those staff in companies where the workload has increased because of the pandemic should see it as an opportunity. Well, they're lucky to still have their jobs. I think the problem here fundamentally is Australia has had it so good for so long. This is the first recession that's hitting, and a whole lot of people are going to get a big dose of reality. So this is when you should be working your hardest, because there are opportunities for young to get a foot in the door. And on the other side of this pandemic, you could score yourself a job you really wanted and shave years off your career path, he said. See, that's good work. That's good advice and good work. That's good advice and good work right there. Getting in now. Working, getting experience. You need to have something to work towards, even if it's a job like this. Even if you're making an extra 100 or 200 a week, you stash that aside. You save that. You put it in precious metals. You invest it in something. You forget about it. You start to build up something that could hopefully either be an investment, a store of wealth, or can generate your passive income. so you can get out of this situation. Or you start banking it. Just banking it so you have money to pay for your education. So you don't need to be packing boxes for a bra company. So you can improve yourself, better yourself. But you got to be sensible with what you pick. Don't go to women's studies or any social justice garbage like that. None of that's a whole complete waste of time. If you think it isn't, I mean, you're going to get a real dose of reality. And even at university, you need to work hard. You need to work bloody hard to stand out of the crowd. You need to network. You need to get out there. It's just as hard. I mean, a lot of graduates in architecture are going to find it quite difficult to find work now. You know, I'm getting resumes sent to me, and I'm no longer going to take on people. At one point, there's 12 of us in our team a couple of years ago. I'm not going to grow that big again. Because, well, there's a whole series of inherent risks to it, and the cost, benefit, the reward of it just isn't there. You know, I'm preferring, you know, slightly less, well, a lot less stress, and just doing it ourselves, working from home. There are some advantages. But, I mean, these are opportunities here, guys. What do you think? So, at least 15 positions are available at Big Girls Don't Cry anymore, with roles including unpacking, shipments, filling orders, and responding to customer inquiries. Training will be provided, and people can apply here. So I will pin this link, or I'll put it in the description down below. So if you're interested and you're on the north side of Brisbane, give it a shot, guys. Give it a shot. It can't hurt to have a look. Put your resume in there. She's going to be impressed with people that are showing interest. I mean, the fact that she's resorting to this is a sign of desperation. It's a sign of desperation, guys. And this is the problem with welfare systems that are too generous. It's the problem with welfare systems that are too generous. You get these perverse situations where people can't find workers. Oh, wait. We also get the commenters going, why doesn't she pay more? Why doesn't she pay more? That she won't be able to make any money. She still has to make a profit. This is the problem. Then consumers will have to pay more for their goods. Oh, well, no, they won't buy from her. They'll get it, direct. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, guys. If you're applying for the job, good luck. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or KuCoin. You can buy our merch from Heiser Says, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.